So in the gaming community, I've noticed that there's a very heavy negative stigma surrounding indie games. People tend to throw indies to the wayside because they tend not to have a big budget, and the teams behind them do not have the experience nor the household name bigger companies backing them. Today, however, I want to debunk this negativity around the title of indie and why indie games are actually the future of gaming. I'm generally not one to take sides when it comes to debatable topics. I try to be as objective as possible and see all sides equally, but at some point I have to decide on what I think is right, and in terms of indie games, I feel like we need to support them more than we do. We see companies with ambitious projects that start small and want to build them into something greater over time, but because we don't think what they start with is big enough, we don't support their games. This is a terrible practice as it forces devs to think that they have to start with huge projects, and when they don't have the feedback or experience to execute them correctly, we get disasters like No Man's Sky. While Mighty No. 9 was somewhat disappointing, we do have upcoming projects that obviously want to go bigger and better places, such as Skylar and Plux, Yooka-Laylee, and A Hat in Time. All of these upcoming indie games look like promising platformers that may indeed spawn their own franchises later on if the gaming community does not support these initial jumps into the industry of these companies, or they may decide to go above and beyond what they can with their next game if people tell them that the first game is too shallow. The gaming community seems not to know how to cap off expectations and accept that not every game they play is going to have $1 million budget with cutscenes and a 10-hour story mode. In order for companies to get to the level where they can start making those huge budget games, they have to start small and receive support from us. Indie game studios also tend to have more original ideas compared to AAA companies. While these companies can make great games and stories, look at something like The Last of Us. Great gameplay and the story with characters that keep you invested in their lives, but what exactly is new about The Last of Us? It's a third-person shooter / action-adventure game with a story about a virus outbreak. Now, where have I seen that before? Oh yeah, all over the gaming industry. You don't see too many platformers these days, much less ones with the mechanics and art style of Cloud built, nor do you see race to the finish game with the physics, art style, or intensity of speedrunners. Indie game studios have more freedom to create what they want, as they aren't locked into a certain franchise of games, nor do they have to sell a certain amount of copies to stay alive in the industry. If the gaming community truly wants to see creativity come back into gaming, they have to support indie titles. Not saying that all indie games are good, but how would you know if you don't try? Look at Rocket League, for example. Many people blew off Rocket League before it even dropped, but it ended up being one of the biggest and most talked about games of 2015. Now, like I said, not all indie games are good, but there are a lot out there that are worth investing. Some give you more quality and content for $20 that a AAA game gives you for $60. You could pay a third of the price for something that could be just as nice. They may or may not have the best graphics, story, hell, maybe not even the greatest gameplay. But if we support the companies that are clearly trying to do more to push gaming forward and not trying to get a quick buck and release the same franchise every year, then maybe we'd get somewhere in gaming. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. For more anime and gaming topics and YouTube rambles pretty much, like I said, let me know in the comment section down below what you want to see for the next topic. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you did enjoy the video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been your boy T-Dub, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Welcome to the end of your life, and I promise